Hey, hey, FL kids, Miss Val in the house. Hopefully you are having a phenomenal day. Hopefully it was a good week. Hopefully, I don't know, you had like something delicious, apple-y, maybe some apple cider donuts, maybe apple dumplings, maybe, I don't know, what else is apple-y? Something fall. Maybe you ate something with pumpkin spice. That's not my particular jam, but I know it's a thing. Maybe you guys had an awesome week because something really cool happened at school. I would love to hear about something good from your week, so you could drop it in the comments. Good morning and welcome. We are in the final week of October. What? Where did time actually go? I don't actually know. It just hides from me. And it's just zooming. It's like I look for it and I'm like, hey, wasn't it just like the 12th? And nope, it's the 23rd, 24th, 25th, 30th. It's November. What? Christmas is here in 5 minutes. Like, what's going on? I don't know. We need to calm down, people. Slow down the clock. No, you guys probably want Christmas to come, right? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are feeling. I don't know how you're feeling right now. But all month we've been learning about integrity. And integrity is not just behaving in a certain way with the things that you say, but it's backing it up with how you act and the things that you do. And integrity is kind of like a hidden talent. It's a thing that needs to be inside of you that lets you operate at a better level. It says, I am going to do things the right way. I am going to do things the best way that I can. I am going to treat people well, not just in front of their face, but also, when they're not there. I'm going to do the best that I can to be the best that I can at all times. Now, not easy. Integrity is hard. I'll tell you, there have been a lot of people who have been amazing people who had failures in integrity. They had failures in when it came down to they failed at being stand-up even when people weren't looking, and they got into trouble. It happens. You hear about it all over the place. You hear about it, in movie stars. You hear about it in sports. You hear about it in teams that get caught cheating. You hear it in athletes that they, did something they couldn't, so they would give themselves an edge. That's integrity, is saying, I'm going to do what's right all the time. I'm going to operate like someone's watching me, because there is. His name is God. And you're going to do it all the time, right? So I was trying to think of something fun this week, something different that we haven't done for a while. And so I have some videos. And I was thinking about this idea of integrity is that there is someone that needs to keep track, right? That someone is checking in to make sure that you're doing what you need to do. You're doing the best that you can do. And there's this cool thing. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called the Guinness Book of World Records. Now, the Guinness Book of World Records is really cool because you could really have a world record for anything. There are some wild world records. We're talking for being really tall. You can be a record for having really long nails. Record. But there's also really weird things. I saw one. There's a world record for the longest hot dog throw that someone then caught in a bun. I don't really get how that's a skill, but you know what? We're going to go with it. We're going to say it's a world record. They won something. And then there's a bunch that are by kids. And so I found a couple. I'm going to show you some videos. And I'm hoping this morning this inspires you a little bit to get excited, get a little hype, and say, man, I can do really cool things. Now, the reason that we're kind of bringing this in and tying it in is because for a world record to be set, there has to be someone there from the World Record Association who is logging what you're doing, and they are there to verify that you did what you said you were gonna do. So if you're gonna eat, 4,000 tasty cakes in 2 minutes, they're there with the timer checking. I was gonna show you this one of this guy who holds the longest singing note. It's like 2 minutes and 44 seconds, but it is the most annoying noise I've ever heard in my life. So I was like, no, we're not doing that. So I found some cool ones. Are you guys ready to see? You ready to see? And we're going to see these kids. Now, these kids are from Japan, and they are part of a jump rope club. Now, you may think that doesn't sound cool, but when you see how fast and awesome these kids can jump rope, it's amazing. Now, their record they are trying to beat is the most skips, and I think it's 30 seconds, might be a minute, by a team. And so these guys are, you're going to see, it's really fast. Are you ready? Here it comes. Look at that! Did you see that? That was insane. Did you see how fast they were jumping? They had to be perfectly in sync. They had to practice. I was watching the whole video, and the coach said that they practice imaginary jumping. These kids will just stand around and they practice running in sync and then hopping. Running in sync and hopping so that they could do that at that speed. Crazy. Come on, that one was really cool. Okay, here's my next one. Here's my next one. Here is my next one. This kid, again, this doesn't seem like it's a big deal, right? It doesn't seem like a massive thing. But this kid, he can do fast clapping. Now, I was trying to get this to be a big screen, and it doesn't want to. So I'm going to have to zoom it in on you guys a little bit. But this kid, he's 9 years old, and he does fast clapping, which goes like this. I can't even do it. My hands don't flop like that. You guys are going to have to show me if you can fast clap. Maybe send me a video if you can. When you watch, I am failing miserably. I can't. It's this, but insanely fast. Are you ready to see this kid? He is about to do some crazy fast clapping. And for me, it's not just the fast clapping, which that's hard, but it's keeping that up for a minute. Okay, you ready to see this kid? He's awesome. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Set and go.
Like, it's been 6 seconds. I'm already tired. You literally see it in his face. But it's hard. Look how fast he's clapping. What in the world is going on? He almost hit himself there. That's okay, buddy. You're doing great. Rock star. Doing awesome. Oh, it's that breath. He's tired. And he's only 30 seconds in. Oh, he's slowing up a little bit. Keep it going, buddy. You can do it. Ah, it literally burns my hands. It burns my hands. It burns my arms. It makes me tired just watching this kid do this. Well, he set the record. In 60 seconds, he did 180 claps. 180 claps. Count me. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Did I say 180? 1,080. 1,080. I think I said 180, which would be not that impressive. 1,080 claps. That took practice. That took a lot of time. That took a lot of effort. I mean, that kid's arms probably felt like they were going to fall off when he was done with that. I'm tired just watching him. I'm just letting you know. All right, this last one, I really like this. It's this kid. His name is, I want to make sure, Eki. I may be saying it wrong. I'm doing my best here. And this kid, he is from Nigeria. And so he likes to play soccer, or as they call it down under, football. Like down under the equator, not Australia, but like just down under. I do know that down under, sorry, you know, sometimes my references, they're just not great. He wanted to do something, you know, cool with a gift that he has, with a talent that he has. He's really good at playing soccer. And he's really good at playing soccer because he practices. He puts in the time. Every single day, he does this thing called juggling. And that is when you like keep the soccer ball on your feet and your knees. Like you just kind of keep it in the air and you just, but only using your legs. And I think that's impressive enough. If he could just do a bunch of that in a minute, like just for giggles, I've tried it. And I'm telling you, it's hard to juggle a soccer ball. But to make it harder, he did it with another soccer ball balancing on his head. So this is the consecutive touches. So that's like, you know, keeping it in the air. I think it is 30 seconds. While a ball is on his head. And he has a nickname. It is the Amazing Kid Eki. And the whole reason that he does this is because he wants to inspire kids and let them know that if you work hard at something, you put your heart into it, you can accomplish anything. I love that. There's nothing fancy about him. He's not really like, you know, anything spectacular or awesome. You know, he's just a normal kid. But he said, I'm going to put my heart into something and I'm going to do it with the best of my ability. And it's not just so that I can win a Guinness World Record, which is kind of cool, and to have the little piece of paper that says you want it, but to inspire other kids and say, guys, you may not have a lot, you may not be able to do a lot, but what you can do can be amazing if you put your heart to it. So you ready to see this kid? It is awesome. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Etchy doing some awesome soccer juggling. Hold on. Pause that. I'll make it big. Oh, we missed the coolest part. Oh. Dude, how cool is this kid? He is balancing a ball on his head. I can't even do that. I couldn't even keep a soccer ball on my head, I think, for probably 10 seconds, let alone... Look what he's doing. Come on. Look how cool this kid is. I literally love it. I mean, it's nothing extraordinary. It's nothing crazy. He's making the best of something that he's got. And I think that that is a phenomenal thing. So hopefully that inspired you a little bit to want to try to do something. Maybe you're going to break a Guinness World Record. Look them up, man. There's lots of different things that you can do to make a record. I don't know what it could be. There's one on there of a girl who found 4-leaf clovers. That was her Guinness Book of World Record, is that she found a whole lot of 4-leaf clovers. I feel like I could do that. I'd probably get bored. I get sidetracked. I would find like a bug. I'd find like a ladybug and then be like, oh, it's a ladybug. I wonder what it's doing. I would get distracted. I don't know. Anyway, well, we're going to hop into a little verse this morning, and this is going to be I love it because it's a really great thought. It's a really great thing to learn, I feel like. It's a great thing for you guys at your age. If you can get it into your brain now, it will help you literally your entire life. Like the rest of your life, all the rest of the days of your life. This one thing can be a game changer. So it's out of the Bible. It's in the book of Philippians, which is in the New Testament. Now you see, Philippians was written by a fellow named Paul. We've mentioned him before. He wrote a lot of the New Testament. And what he would do is he would travel around. He would tell people about Jesus. He would create these churches. He would make sure that they were set up well. And then he would travel off and he would continue and do the same thing again. He would just find more and more and more people, and he would just travel around and do that. But then he would also write letters back to these churches that he had helped start to encourage them, to address some issues maybe they were having, because sometimes they would be having problems and issues that would be coming up because they were new at this. It was a new thing for them. And so he would write these letters. And this letter that he wrote right here, he wrote from prison. So Paul was not in his best days at this moment. He wasn't living his very best life. He wasn't out doing what he wanted to do, which was traveling and sharing with people. Instead, he was in prison. And yet he wrote this amazing thing. So you guys ready for this? So it's in Philippians 4 and it's verse 8. And it says this: finally, so it's kind of a final thought. He's finishing up a letter, right? My brothers and sisters, always think about what is true. Okay, remember that word, true. Think about what is noble, what is right, what is pure. Think about what is lovely and worthy of praise. Worthy of respect, sorry. If anything is excellent or worthy of praise, think about those kinds of things. Okay, so Paul understood something, that what you think is more important than what is actually in front of you. Now, sometimes we have a bad day. Sometimes we have a terrible day. Sometimes it is a no good, awful, rotten, down, dirty, awful, terrible, stinky cheese kind of day. They happen. But here's what Paul's trying to say. Even when you are in the midst of the hard, even when you are in the midst of the things that aren't perfect, even when you're in the midst of stuff that's just not fun and it is bumming you out hardcore, you can make a choice to think with your noodler up here about what is good, about what is lovely, about what is pure, about what is what is excellent, what is worthy of praise. In the moments, find the things that are still worthy of praise. Okay, so maybe you had a bad day. Maybe you woke up and you were late for school. Never a good start. You go to eat your breakfast and the toast that is left to go, or like your Pop-Tart or something, it's broken into pieces and you can't put it in the toaster. So now it's just not as good. You need to be able to toast your Pop-Tart, right? So now you got a broken up, busted Pop-Tart. You go to head out to your school bus. You miss it. You literally see it pulling down the road. Now you have to go walk back inside, tell mom and dad you missed the bus, and they have to take you to school. Now they're annoyed with you. You get in the car, you're driving to school, you get there, you get your backpack, you go walk into school, you realize you left all your homework or your project or whatever at home. You know mom and dad are not coming back a second time. They're going to drive you to school. It's terrible. You realize that day in lunch, mom packed you yogurt, and not like a cool Go-Gurt, like an adult stinky yogurt that just tastes like plain. I don't like any yogurt, but that seems like the worst thing you could possibly find in a lunch is a plain yogurt, right? So you have a terrible lunch. There's nothing good to eat. It's like carrot sticks and plain yogurt. That'd be really mean of your parents to do. I'm just saying. Like, where's the PB&J, friends? Do you guys even have peanut butter at school anymore? I don't even know. That makes me sad if you can't. It could be terrible. Maybe to just top it all off, you're out at recess, you fall, and you split your pants. And now you got a big hole in your butt, and everyone can see your underwear. It's been a terrible day, right? You can dwell on it. You can say, this day is horrible. What is going on? Maybe you will still say that. But you can also say, you know what? My friends laughed because my pants split because it was, to them, really funny. So I brought some joy to their life. That makes me feel kind of good. All right, well, that lunch was disgusting, but you know what? At least I had food to eat. That's pretty positive. I'm glad that I had something tasty to put in my tummy. Okay, it wasn't tasty. I had food to put in my tummy. At least I'm not starving. Okay, you were late for school. You got to sleep in a little bit. That's all right. So your Pop-Tart was broken up in pieces and you couldn't toast it. I know that's not the greatest, but you know what? At least you had little nuggety, sugary, snacky deliciousness. And yeah, mom and dad, they had to drive you to school, but that was a little extra quality time that you wouldn't have gotten if you would have ridden the bus. There can always be something positive that you can look at in a situation. Even the worst of things. There can always be something good that you can pull from it. Your saddest day, train your thoughts to think on the things that are good. In a terrible day when things are not going your way, think about thanking God for all the great things that he does at other times in your life. There is still goodness around you, still goodness in the world. Don't worry. Sorry, that's just, we just have people, they walk through, that happens. There's giggles. Having a good day. It's fantastic. Know that there is still good that can happen. There is still good that you can take from it. So this is one of those verses that I would highly recommend for you guys. Write it out. Get like a piece of paper. Get like a piece of what are those little things that you put notes on? Flashcard. The flashcard notes. What do they have a name? An index card. I don't know. Get something. Write this verse out. Let it be a reminder, in your room. Maybe you're going to put it above your bathroom mirror. Maybe you're going to stick it in your notebook at school, because maybe school is where you really struggle to be positive and think positively, right? I don't know where it is for you. I don't know where the hard part is, but I want you to think on these things, because God tells us when we do that, it helps our minds be right. It helps our minds stay focused on the goodness of God. It helps our minds not get stuck on the bad things, because there's going to be bad stuff. That's the bummer. But the good news is that at the end of it all, Jesus wins, right? He came, he died for us. And because he did that, we win. At the end of the day, we are victorious. We are chanting, we are the champions. We get the ticker tape parade. We get the party, we win. And so you got to get through the stuff. And if you do it in this way, if you do it where you think about what is true, what is noble, what is right, what is pure, if you think about what is lovely, what is worthy of respect, when you think about what is worthy of praise and those kinds of things, It will help you lead a life of integrity. It will help you make those good choices. It will help you be a person who does amazing things and doesn't stumble on some of the traps and things that hang up other people, because you've got your mind set on the things above and on things that are good and on things that are amazing, and you are trusting that God's got this. I hope that encouraged you guys. It encouraged me as I was going through my lesson this week that, man, it's been a tough year. 2020 has been weird. I keep saying that. It's been a weird year. But you know what? In the midst of it, there's been greatness that has come from it. And so for you guys, I just want to encourage you. Learn this. Write this down. Think about this. Talk about this with your parents next time they're having a bad day, and encourage them and say, hey, I know it kind of stinks, but you know what I learned in church? Ooh, mom and dads love when you pull out, and you know what I learned in kids' church? Here are some things. Mom, I know it's been a tough day, but you know what? Think about what is good. Think about what is true. Think about what is right and what is pure. Think about what is worthy to be praised. Think on those things. And then they'll probably cry. Like, you're the best kid ever. I'm going to give you ice cream for breakfast. I love you. You never know. That could happen. I'm just saying. There's just something else good that can come from having these kind of conversations. I hope you guys have a phenomenal week. I hope that this, you got this and you said, okay, I can use this in my life. I hope that you write it down like I'm telling you to, and that you post this up, because this is a good one. This is a good one. This is a keeper. And I hope that you use it to encourage the people in your life. Love you guys. I hope you have an amazing week, and we will catch you next week. It is Homecoming Sunday. I hope you come back. I hope we see your faces in the building, in the house, because God is doing some good things. We've got some fun stuff coming up as we are moving into a new environment. What? It's going to be super sick. I can't wait. And yeah, love you guys and hope you have a phenomenal week. We will catch you on the flip side.